What's happening, guys? My name is OTG and I'd like to welcome you to episode number 8 of our Colchester United Career Mode series. And we're kicking things off in an Empower League 1 match against Sheffield United. And this is the first team we're playing twice now, I think it is. And look at that, they've won their last 3 games. Pretty impressive. I don't know about the others, but they are top of the league. They are a very dominant team. And the last time we played them, we gave them a good run for their money. And I believe we was at home for that one, and it was in the Capital One Cup. And we didn't have a strong team, but we still tried our best. And you know, if I brought this team to a match against them now, I think I would probably own them, because this is a really good team. I wouldn't say own them, but I think we'd dominate, but we wouldn't get all the points. But I know how the episode, how this game ends. But this is the league table. We are 15th. I did not show it in the last episode, because this obviously come up. So 15th, Portsmouth are above us, and Tranmere are also there. But they do get off to a pretty, well, not even off to, in the 80th minute they score a goal. And you know, it was one of them games where both teams had good chances, but it was going to be whoever could score first was going to go on and win it. And they didn't, neither of us really started off amazing. It was just a really slow game that built up and built up. A very boring, dismal game, and you know, it was well played, finding Kitson. And you know, I couldn't bear to watch it anymore, because that is how it ends. 1-0 to Sheffield United. I was pretty annoyed I couldn't get a point out of it, but you know, that's FIFA, you got to live on. And we're going to push on with the rest of the games in the episode, which are, some of them are pretty good games, you know. And we come up against our next opponent, which is in fact Oldham Athletic. You see, we are at home in our blue and white, and they're going to be wearing their orange kit, which I actually really like. I might use it on Ultimate Team for a little while. And that is the team we got with. Instead of Raheem Sterling, I put out Gavin Massey, because he is a very good player. And you can see we've got Paul Pogba, who dominates the centre, and he is such a good player. He is unbelievable. But in the 10th minute, they start passing the ball around. And, you know, they're a good passing team, but they were pretty poor all round. You know, they just got the ball, they held on to it and hoped for the best. And then they find a gap in our defence, and our goalkeeper makes an absolute shocker. Why would you do that? It was a simple save, really. You just have to put your arm out. But it was like he dived to the right side, but the same way he dived backwards. If you get a chance, it might show the replay. But some nice passing. Our defence was opened up, and you know, you can see there he could have done a lot better. But Oldham Athletic do take the lead, but we do come straight back into it with Freddie Sears. He is an absolute amazing player, and in times of toughness you have to get sweaty. And you know, John Taylor scoring a nice goal. It was pretty difficult in the end. He had to slide on the floor, tell him to shut up and shush, and playing the violin, because they obviously need the points, because I think they are in the bottom half of the table. They are not in any way, shape or form a good team. But you know, you have to get sweaty. It's a career mode game. In Ultimate Team I don't really get sweaty, but in career mode every goal counts. But Oldham do go back on the attack, and they get one of the luckiest penalties in the world. I was late in the challenge, and Ben Coker was just not in the right way or in the right form. He just wasn't doing what he normally does, which would be a solid defender, and get sent off. And Pogba's trying his hardest to defend him, but I cannot defend this. That is a shocking penalty. That is a leg breaker. So Slew steps up for the penalty, and he goes, and Mark Cousins saves it. What a beast. I mean, come on. That is important for us. He has just kept them in. And John Taylor goes through and puts a goal in the back of the net, showing that we are opportunistic. That's a nice word. And we will take every chance we get. And Mark Cousins, he's got to be the man of the moment for that. But John Taylor coming through with his left foot and scoring a lovely goal. And it says 26 to 21. Well, this is an animation I like. I like this animation, but it does go on for a long time. And I just wanted to see this. But John Taylor then goes through again, and he finesses it into the bottom corner. John Taylor outpacing and clipping his heels along the yellow brick road, and scores a lovely goal. You know, John Taylor is turning into an absolutely amazing player. And when it comes to the transfer window with all that money, he will be staying and having a #1 spot in the club. As of course Raheem Sterling and Pogba will be leaving. We'll have to be trying strengthening their positions. But they do run through with Furman, and they score one of the weirdest and luckiest goals in the world. Have you ever had it where they just clip it onto their other foot and just put it past? You'll see here just quick reflexes. That only ever happens with the computer. I never seem to be able to do it in Ultimate Team or in head-to-head or whatever. But they do get a goal back, but you know, it wasn't enough for them. We do in fact win 3-2. John Taylor gets the hat-trick. He has done absolutely amazing. Him and Cousins, and they deserve to be praising him. He's done an absolute amazing job saving a penalty. And, well, if that would have gone in, how do we know what things would have gone like? But their goalkeeper's in a bad way. We did have a player sent off, so it shows how good we are. We had one less man, and we still went on to dominate the match. But we go into our next match against Stevenage Borough, the local rivalry, the local derby. Last time we played them in the real life, we won. But on Christmas Eve, probably coming up now, last year, we lost 5-1 to these guys. So it wasn't really the best game in the world. But in the game, these guys are shocking, and they are really bad. And we could tell this because we were just so dominant. And I mean dominant. They were pretty poor, and they're like at the foot of the table. So we had like a hard game, an easy game, and, well, it was like, how do these fixtures work? But we could always show our form, and we do get off to the best start with Raheem Sterling. Well, not the best start in the 20th minute, we get off to the better start, and we score a goal. It was like a standing shot, nice goal, to place it from there. If you watch, he just passes it, and he just stands still, turns, and just puts it past the goalkeeper. And, you know, you cannot fault that in any way, shape or form. But they do come back in the 35th minute with a header, and Mark Cousins is easily beaten, and Rodgers scores the goal. Nice goal, can't fault it, and they get the goal, and it puts us level. And it was pretty lucky, though. They did not have a chance, but you always get these little moments where our defence turns to flop, and we just are unable to do anything at all. You just see, like, jumps up and nothing happens. But then in the 45th minute, Freddie Sears smashing one home. He is an absolute amazing player. I mean, I love the kid in the game. In the real world, he's a bit iffy, but in this game, he is an absolute all-star. Unbelievable. I know it's not the best shot in the world. The keeper could have saved it, but he didn't, and that is how it is. He didn't save it, and that is it. That's the full stop, end of the story, get on with it. But Stevenage, being Stevenage, we're never going to give up. It's a local derby. Nice bit of 1-2 play. Our defence is opened up. 3 defenders around him, and he somehow finds the back of the net. Agumang, nice goal, but, you know, he's not really going to be dampening our spirit. We had like 60-40 possession, and Freddie Sears gets through and taps it under the goalkeeper only a few minutes later, putting us back in the lead, and I was getting so excited in this match. It was in back and forth game, a game. But, you know, we were really pushing them to the limit, and they could not seem to get these chances. It was just all counter-attacks from them. We was always on the attack, and Raheem Sterling in the 78th minute finishes it off, making it 4-2. We never seem to like concede little goals. We always have to concede quite a few goals when we win big. But Raheem Sterling proving he's now becoming a good player. Started off pretty poor, but he's slowly building as a good player. And, you know, I might consider buying him at the end of the season, but I will have a look at other players I can bring in. But that is how it ends. That is 4-2 to Colchester. 2 wins in a row. Let's see what we can get now against our next opponents, which is Leyton Orient. They have got the nice home and away kit, haven't they? They've got Samsung and then FIFA 13. That's the team we put out. The strongest team we can possibly do. Coker is back after the last match. We didn't really miss him because we didn't have much to do. We just stuck John White at right back. And we're going for our blue and white. They're going to be in red, obviously. And, you know, this is a reasonably local derby again because they're quite close to each other. Our most local rivals are Brentford, Leyton Orient and Stevenage. There's a plane going over. Not very often we get one of them. But, you know, it was pretty end-to-end stuff. But in the 53rd minute, they get off to a pretty lucky start. And Luke James, a former Colchester player, scores a tap-in. And, you know, always these happen to me. At the start of the season, we had so many of these. If you haven't seen it, then I'll go back because I do get a bit angry. Start of the season, we've scored some absolute lucky goals, our opponents have. But Freddie Sears cutting back again and smashing one into the top corner. I mean, some of these goals got to be in goal of the season, which will come out at the end of the League One season. I'll be bringing it out. And guys, just so you know, our episode 10, which is in 2 episode time, will have 10 games, so we can really push forward in our season. But, you know, the next goal has got to be contender for goal of the season in my eyes. Ball over the top, Anthony Wordsworth. What a goal! I mean, what a goal. That was unbelievable. I was screaming my head off at this point. 81st minute. We wanted the win. Just if you can give it the replay. Look at this. Over the top. Scissor kick. And just flies into the top right hand corner. I mean, unbelievable. And we win 2-1 in that last game of the episode. Oh, what a goal. I was screaming my head off when I scored that. Yeah, for a League One team, that is unbelievable. And this is where we are at the end. So we've gone from 15th to 11th in one episode. That's not bad, and our goal difference is positive. And you can see the teams around us. Portsmouth are still there. But we've beaten teams above us like Leyton Orient. And we have had a good match against not Coventry, Sheffield United. But these are the squad report. And you can see the players that have improved. Obviously, Eastman's still injured. Coker's moved up. Paul Pogba's moved up. Ballon, he's moving up. So's Wordsworth and Freddie Sears, of course, the amazing player. As it goes through, guys, I'd just like to say that this series is going to continue no matter what. It doesn't get the most support, so if you do enjoy the video, please leave it. But I'm going to say thank you guys for watching. My name is OTG, and I'll see you guys in whatever my next video is. Bye, guys.